Happy Sunday, everyone. Grand Rising from the Caribbean, sending lots of love and light and warmth to everyone on this beautiful Sunday. So today, I'm so excited, so grateful to have these two beautiful souls joining me on this live. We're going to be having an amazing chat about this leap, this big leap that we took, a step for our path, our direction of our lives. We had to take that step. We had to step into fear and embrace change, transform on every level. And we did this together on the same frequency, and now we're working together in harmony, called my Vibe Tribe. So this is the Vibe Tribe. We all work together. We've unplugged from the matrix, from the conditioning, the programming. Oh, hey, Mel.
Hey, Angel. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am great. It's a beautiful Sunday.
It is a beautiful Sunday.
Yes. What have you been up to today?
Well, I was just sharing with everyone that we have taken that step to unplug from the matrix, from the programming, and we are now, heart-centered entrepreneurs and sharing this beautiful message with everyone and anyone.
Like,
Just want to make sure you can hear me good.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. So just want to share with everyone, if you're not feeling fulfilled in your life with what you're doing, you don't wake up in the morning excited about your day.
Yeah.
If you're not feeling that way, then you're on this call for a reason. Then you're going to listen to this call for a reason.
100%.
Because I took the step of getting out of the matrix paycheck structure system that does not serve me. I wanted a fulfilling way to help people, help myself, help my future, for health, happiness, wealth, just in having an abundant life. But I wanted a way to tap into helping people. And this is how I found it. And
I know.
so
It's been such a beautiful thing to find, and I'm like super grateful for it. And when I wake up, I'm like, not even when I wake up, it's like constantly throughout the day, I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, and that's when I know it's good. But like when it's constantly on your mind and it's like bringing more ideas to your head, it's just like, yeah, this feels right. It's not bringing like a negative thing where it's like, oh, tomorrow I have to do that again. Like it's like, no, tomorrow I get to do that again. Like it's fun. It's so much fun to be
it
able
is
to
very
like.
fun. It's very rewarding. It's very fulfilling. So what we're talking about is, hey, Andrew.
Hey, hey.
Mm.
I didn't mean to interrupt. Keep going.
No, it's
That's
okay.
okay.
You're here.
No, you're not interrupting. We're really
No.
excited. I was just sharing with everyone, we're all on the same wavelength because we left the paycheck structure system, which doesn't really serve, for us. Like, it's not fulfilling to support someone else's dream in a sense. And we wanted to, change the trajectory of our lives and be that change we wanted to see. So we had to like take that really courageous next step to having our own fulfillment, but also helping other people. So it's like a
Yes.
bit of a rewarding feeling.
Mm.
So
Yeah. When you
anyone
live
that
in,
comes. Sorry.
sorry, when you live with
That's
like doing service for other people, I think that's the most rewarding thing ever. Being able to help someone
Well,
else and share a message with someone else, it's like it's beautiful on its own.
well, and remember, like we're all energy. Everything in this world is made up of energy, and what we know is that every time you dish out energy, you're getting tenfold back every single time, right? So if you're just working for the money just so that you can pay the bills, what do you think is only going to come in when money will only come in when you need to pay the
Yeah.
bills, which is still grateful enough. But again, this is why we've never been taught these things in school. We've honestly gone through life with the trials and tribulations, and this is what we've now discovered through our truth, through my truth, through Nicole's truth, through Melanie's truth. This is what we finally have learned, and now we're so excited. I know I am. I'm always excited
Yeah.
to talk about this, right? Because it's the wealth and knowledge that you can actually apply and really holds yourself accountable and
Yeah.
be the person that you know you can be, right? And I think that's a beautiful thing. And like for me personally, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. You know, everybody looks at me, thinks I'm like totally confident. And you know what? Yeah, it does shine at times. But there's lots of times where I'm like in the dark and I'm like, I'm a little kid. And I got to learn how to step up and understand whatever that internal or that inner child is saying. I got to learn from that and be able to step into my masculinity or like the masculinity part in me, right? So it's like, yeah, honestly, I love the platform that we're on. Like, I'm so grateful for you, Nicole, and even Melanie. When Melanie brought it up to me, I was like, yeah, come in, done.
Yeah.
She said like
It's,
3 sentences.
it's a beautiful way to like you were saying, like you hold yourself accountable, but it's like we are the creators of our destiny. So if you want to be successful and you want to be at a point that you're not at right now, you create that. And I think that's the beautiful thing in it, because it's like I feel like in this community, it's really teaching me that I am my creator and I have to put in the work for it, right? Oh, this guy with his little
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
I
Don't
love
tell.
it.
Yo, I've never seen this on Instagram until now.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's so
Don't
great.
tell me that's
Yeah,
by accident.
So,
I love that.
for any of our listeners right now who are wondering what we're talking about, we have, we stepped into heart-centered entrepreneurship. So it's when I call it the lifestyle and business of happiness, it's stepping into your own freedom. Freedom looks differently for different people. It's subjective. Happiness is subjective, but if you want a life that you can build yourself, if you want a life of personal development, if you want to learn things about yourself that come to the surface, and if you're not fearful, then I feel like you're not really stepping into, the next layer of yourself. So yeah, it's scary to be an entrepreneur because everything's on you, but you also get to have that sense of that freedom of time, location, no cap on your income. You get to help people. It really covers all the bases. So we're just really sending this message if anyone wants to break free from the matrix, the programming that we've been born into. This is a way to do that. We're creating a new earth. It's the new paradigm. You have to retrain
Yes.
your subconscious. You have to
Yeah.
retrain your
Yes.
subconscious. It's so deep rooted.
And it's hard because like I'm doing that right now too. Like I have to catch myself every once in a while where I'm like, like we've been taught our ways our whole life, but it's like it's okay. It's a process. I know that like I'll get to a point where I'm like not thinking about what I'm currently thinking about right now, but like with time and being around the people who are here to remind me, it like having the community of people that like can help me really is just like okay, one day at a time. And that's the beautiful part about it. There's no like pressures from like your boss or whatever. It's like no, like the pressure is on myself. Like I am doing it for me.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
All right. Just to touch on what you're saying, and this is the beautiful part, and I really would love everybody that's in this chat or that's on this live to really understand this, is that when we are holding ourselves accountable, we put that pressure on ourselves because your business is a reflection of what you put into it. So what we need to remember is that within ourselves, we have all the answers.
Mm-hmm.
We may not have all the tools to get to those answers, but this is why this group is so fucking amazing, because the only way we get there is when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable or allow ourselves to be open. So an example, if I'm going to go struggle for 2 days straight because I can't get my shit organized, that's my choice. Or I can allow myself to be open and vulnerable to be able to go, hey, Nicole, I'm really struggling with this. Are you free? Can you set up some time so that we can get this done, right? Or you can help me or whatever the case is. And that right there is the power within the community itself.
Yeah.
That is the beauty, is that you're doing this for yourself, but not by yourself. I don't think we can sum it up any better. You're doing this for yourself, but not by yourself.
Yeah.
And again, whatever we gain from this is just our leverage tool. This business just allows you to give you that freedom that you're searching for in life. The freedom without thinking about money, the freedom without thinking about decisions and this and that. We're creating that. We're creating the freedom that we've always been born with. But now we're taking it into the physical 3D world and we're saying big fuck you to all these people that have put this in a matrix.
Yeah.
Because listen, I'm grateful for all the lessons, but there is some lessons I could have avoided. Let me tell you. I could have
Yeah.
avoided some lessons. Like
But every
stupid
lesson is here
matrix
is
screwed me
every
over.
lesson is everything that we've been through is to teach us something. We had to go through that to realize what we want and what we deserve in our life, right? So
100%.
you like there's
Sure.
nothing that bad or good that's happened in our lives that we can say like, oh, I wish this never happened. It's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
grateful it happened because it led
Lessons.
me to
Yeah.
this beautiful opportunity where I'm with like-minded individuals, and like the way that the world is going, a lot of it is online now, and we're gonna
Yeah.
see from here on out a lot of things will be shifting to online.
Oh yeah.
And like
Big
what
time.
I'm putting
Majority
my
of
foot in
it
right
already
now, ready
is.
to do it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Majority of businesses already is. Like if we honestly are really honest, let's look at the last 2 years. How many
Yeah.
businesses have suffered? Lots
Yeah.
and lots and lots of businesses have suffered, right? So people are looking for ways to make money for their company more efficient. How do they get more efficient? Well, if I can hire a machine instead of a person that can do the same job, guys, wake up. This is exactly what we're going through. We're going through this transition. And this is the new world. Learning how to take a business online, learning how to communicate to people on a different spectrum, because
Yeah.
you're not having those heart to heart conversations in person now. But this is even greater because now you're having it through a phone
I'm in
and
a
you're
different country.
developing a strong, yeah, and you're developing such a stronger connection because it's like we're almost kind of going back in history where it's like the men would go off to the army and wouldn't see their wives or whatever for so long, but they created that like, oh my God, I miss you, right? And that's what we're creating here, right? Because I actually, Melanie knows this, but like I miss Melanie so much more now in my life than I've ever did because like I was just with her for 6 months or 6 weeks, and now I'm here. But again, I'm loving it because now I have an opportunity where I get to create with my sister, and it's like we're gonna be bomb ass fucking partners in this because she's my blood and I'm her blood, and we're gonna want the same things for each other because we love each other naturally because we were born with it, right? And so that's why it makes it much more special for me, especially. But now it's like the people she's introduced me to, like yourself, Nicole. Like
Well, and like the
ever
beautiful
since
thing
I
is like
started, yeah,
you're I get to make my own team. Like I get to bring in the people that I want, that I feel like
Yeah.
I can have
hundred
That's
alongside me.
percent,
So
yeah,
it's
that you
like
want to
that's
work
even
with.
more beautiful in itself. It's like anyone can join and be a part of this beautiful community, but like you can bring on whoever you want alongside of you, and that's like the
Definitely.
beautiful part about it. So I love that as well. So I don't know,
There's a
like
beautiful foundation of community that you will come into with this that's already formed, which is amazing. Like the community in itself is such medicine because these people are very kind, welcoming, amazing people that want your health, want your happiness, want your success on every level. And so that's the community that anyone would be awakened into. And it's very different from like the corporate world or basically any other position, any other structure of workforce in a sense, because it's stress free. Everyone's kind. We call it the kind human tribe because it's literally they want you to succeed. They want you to be the most healthiest version of yourself. It's a personal growth journey.
yeah.
So with that said, you get to handpick the people you want to work with. You attract the kind of people you want in your own tribe. That's the beautiful thing. So you guys get to work in frequency and like no one's above each other. We're all in the same alignment, working towards the same goals or dreams or whatever you want to call it, but you work together in harmony as opposed to like a structure of like someone's above you in status, someone's below you in status. It's like, no, we're working together. And I
Yes.
love it because it's like male and female, it's the masculine and feminine working together now, in harmony. It's not just like a man's thing or just a woman's thing. It's like it's a really nice
yeah,
balance, which is really nice. Yeah.
I love
Exactly.
that. I love that as well. I love that as well. Not being able, like if you win, I win. If I win, you win. Like that's the beautiful part about this community is just like
Totally.
if we want the best for each
It's a
other, then
win-win.
we're winning. If I want someone else to win, I win as well, right? So I think being with like other careers, like I'm not to say like with me personally, but for an example, as a hairstylist, love the girls I worked with. They're amazing girls, but like there was that competition, not competition, but they have their clients, I have my clients, kind of thing, right? So it's like
Mm.
I think we've been conditioned, like with all of the like jobs that we've had in the past, like we always want to make it to
Oh
the top,
yeah,
we always want to make it
yeah.
to where
Two.
the big guy is, but it's like realistically,
Well,
like no, it
what
doesn't
you
need to be
gotta
like that.
understand, what you gotta understand, Melanie, that is in life, like we've always been taught to be in competition mode, but this doesn't actually even work out because when you mentally, energetically say to yourself or say to the universe that I'm in competition, there's only a limited supply of whatever it is I'm trying to chase or attract. It's a lie because we know life is abundant full. You cut down a tree
Yeah,
today, another
I
tree
know
is
that.
growing.
I
We
know
we
that.
know this duality in life. So what people need to understand is that we've all been programmed in this competitive mindset. I got to be the best. I got to be the best. This mindset, there's if this is you right now going through this mindset, this is what you need to understand is you have nothing to prove to anyone. Not your mom, not your dad, not nobody. Because without you living your life, none of this would be real. If Nicole, if you weren't here, you would never get to experience what you're experiencing. It would not be because you're not here. So people need to understand that. And it's just like, I don't know, like, I don't want to get too deep into stuff, but, people just got to understand that, like, competition is just telling the universe that whatever it is that they're seeking or competing for, there's a limited supply, and that's totally far from the truth because we know this. One day it rains, another day it shines. It always comes back. It always comes back, right? You go through your bads to get to your goods, and then once you get to those levels of goods, you go through that, and then go through another set of bads so that you can learn bigger lessons and more lessons. And this is why this community is so good because I mean, how many people this morning on our Zoom call did we have crying? We had 3 different people shed tears and say thank you for everybody being there. Like, where
Yeah.
else do you get that?
Yeah.
Like, and this is what people need to really understand is that you have that support.
Yeah.
It's okay to not be okay for a moment. The pressure of I have to be this person all the time, it's relieved because you come as you are.
Yeah, for sure. It's beautiful.
And the beautiful thing about this is like I get to be who I am and
Yes.
bring myself to a community of people like for who I am, and I get to spread my message the same way. Like we're all spreading a similar message, but we're all doing it in our own unique way, which is the beautiful part
Yeah.
about it because I get
Yes.
sorry, my cat is totally like in my way. I can't see anything.
My
Um,
cat's sleeping.
yeah, my cat. I have a cat there and here. It's all my children everywhere. But yeah, I think that's the beautiful part about it. We can all uniquely be ourselves without the pressure of like trying to match the person next to us,
Yeah.
but we all win at the same time. So that's
Yeah.
the beautiful part about being within an online business. I get to be who I am, spread the message that everyone else is spreading, but in my own unique way. So
Yes, for sure.
and that's it's amazing to me too because I'm discovering myself in the process of that, like being true to myself and trying to figure out what I like, and I'm spreading that with the world is opening, like I'm inspiring others to do the same. I've like gotten a couple messages the last couple days like thank you so much, Melanie, for being who you are, like you've really helped me on my journey, and that in itself is like a success. It doesn't
Yeah.
necessarily need to be money that I'm earning online that is making me successful. It's like me
True.
helping people is really
But
like
you're
bringing the
but
success to
Yeah.
you're
me.
earning as you're learning too.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%. And
exactly.
I'm also being successful in my own ways. Like for myself, I'm being successful by like learning and growing within my own values, and like
Hmm.
it's just a winning all way around. Just every aspect is like you'll just have a party over there.
It's
Yeah,
blessings upon blessings. It's
yeah.
literally like the most beautiful journey I've ever experienced in my life because, like I said earlier, it's shedding off layers of yourself. When you, I believe that like
Yeah.
when you know, when, the road down of entrepreneurship, you learn a lot of things about yourself. You change as a human. So for me, it's been a personal growth journey, and it's going to continue to. Like it's never
100%.
gonna. It's always gonna be transforming. It's always gonna be shifting. It's gonna be evolving, and it's amazing. I love that.
I love that
Nicole,
too.
I think I like if you're open to it, like I would say tell everybody about like the last 2 years because you've been an entrepreneur, you've been doing this business, and now you're heading in the direction where you're like, yo, this is my full time thing. Like, explain to people how that lifestyle's been because a
Sure.
lot of people think like they just got to drop everything and go commit to this, and it's like,
Nope.
no, listen to this. Like, it's an opportunity to earn as you learn, right?
Totally.
So
I'll
jump
yeah,
into it.
sure. I'll share like a little tidbit of my journey. So, okay, so I've been prior to this, I was in the hospitality industry. I was a server and bartender for over 10 years, which was the most unfulfilling position I could ever think of. I was serving people alcohol, which is poison. And I don't look down upon anyone that does that, but it was not fulfilling for me. The money was, you know, good at the time. Of course, then 2020 hit, and I was working at a beach bar here in the Cayman Islands, and it flatlined because there's no tourism and no hospitality anymore. So that 2020 was a year of transformation where I was like, okay, I already want to do something for myself. So when I aligned with this, you know, this wellness warrior mission with the organic farm of actually being a sacred service to people, you know, helping people, being that connector, being that guide of transformation, I was like, wow, this is how I'm going to step into my purpose, my divine alignment, because that was a big thing
Yeah.
for me. I want purpose in my human experience. I want to make a difference here. Like I want to make a positive difference. And so I didn't have to drop everything, but I started learning. So it was amazing because like as I was like healing my body, ridding my body of toxins, I was online, also connected with a really beautiful community of like-minded individuals. That was medicine for me as well because I needed the community for. I just needed really like-minded people who thought like me, who were kind, and who welcomed me because I was feeling very lost in 2020. I was very lost soul for so long, and I had no direction. So when I started like shutting off layers of myself and being like, whoa, like at first I started clearing out toxins, and then I started like actually thinking more clearly was the first thing. But then I started to, while I was sharing my journey on social media with people, I was learning things about something I'd never done before. First, I didn't know anything to do with network marketing. I had no idea what that was, but I started going on camera. I'd never gone on camera and like on like with stories or
Yeah.
even lives. Like I wouldn't even dream of doing lives. But I was like, you know what? I'm scared shitless, but I'm gonna do it because how else am I gonna get share my story out there? So I just did it. I just started like, you know, stories about what I was doing, the kind of lifestyle I was living. People were resonating with that. It was you could tell I was super nervous, like I was sweating and I was like saying things I was like I don't know, it's just like all over the place. Didn't make sense, but it's okay
100%.
because yeah, because it's like you go from like you watch your journey and how you know you get more confident on the screen along the way, right? So like I watched my stories from 2020 and it's very different. You know, I spoke differently, I delivered things differently. So you can't just be perfect. Is that's the beautiful thing about it is like you just start evolving. So for me, I started not only healing my body of toxins and clearing my mind, but like I started to get more confidence in myself. And so I was sharing that. And then I started to build a tribe because people were like, I want to do what you're doing because it's empowering and you're embodying it. And I
Hmm.
was like, that's amazing. Let's work together. So I started to create a tribe of, I call it the Vibe Tribe of beautiful people all over the world. And now we get to like spread this message. And now the positive energy is now accumulating and it's rising. Consciousness is rising. So we're coming together and we're breaking past self-limiting beliefs. Self-limiting beliefs are huge for people because you're afraid of success. You're afraid of self-worth. Like you're like, oh, I could never do that. I could never own my own business. I could never move to the Cayman Islands. I could never do this. I could never do that. Yes, you can. Like so many people are like, how can you move to the Cayman Islands? I'm like, well, you just do it. Like,
Yeah.
just do it. You just got to do it. And you know, how did you move to Portugal? Like, it's like you can do anything you want in this world. You just have to really, step into that power and have that confidence, and you learn that. So with this business in particular, it's a very heart-centered entrepreneurship because we're a sacred service to people and the planet and to other beings, which is a big thing for me. But what Andrew said is if you earn while you learn, there's unlimited training, from like free training from all these people, all walks of life, entrepreneurs, light workers, healers, all sorts of people coming together in one platform, sharing and sharing the knowledge and the wisdom of how you can tap into a completely different lifestyle than you've ever known. And so that's why people are like, this is blowing up. Network marketing is going to blow up. It's going to blow up
And
huge.
and this is where FOMO is going to be a real thing.
Right.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Literally, people don't realize that we're done with the old narrative of like hurt people. We're done with that. We're done.
Yeah.
We're all on the same awareness consciously of let's heal. Let's heal so that our kids can have a future and they can build a better life than what we ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Let's guide them the way that they need to be guided. Not let's teach them what we know. Let's show them what we know and let them learn. And give people that, again, we're just growing. It's the human evolution. We're growing and growing, and we see it all over the place. Right now in Canada, it's huge. It's huge with the convoy, right? And that's not even like, forget about Canada. Because it started off in Canada, but look at the impact it's leaving all over the world. Mm-hmm. And everybody's tuning in, no matter if you're with it or against it. People are tuning in everywhere. And it's coming in unity. Yeah. Hurt people. And this is that beautiful opportunity. And this is why I'm so excited, is because we're kind of like, I don't know, like we're like the three wise men right now, or like the three wise men / women from like the biblical times. Yes, we are literally the light, and we're bringing it to people because, and this is its truth. The more we acknowledge this, the more we see it, the more we understand it, the more it's going to show, because people will understand. This is FOMO if you're not jumping in. And at the end of the day, are we saying this is end all be all? No. This is just giving you your platform, your base, your structure, because you have all the tools. It's at a very low, like to even get invested. You're taking an investment into yourself. Anything worthwhile? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably like the biggest thing for me is that like I got to invest in my health, take care of my body, my head, just taking care of me, and it introduced me into a community of people where I can be an entrepreneur and help the world. So I'm not just
and guess what? You get to see other beautiful people. Yeah, because you're allowing yourself to be beautiful.
The earth, and by spreading a good message. Like for an example, like nothing to bash any other company or anything like that, but there's a lot of people that do network marketing, but they might be selling something different, for an example. But for me, this really resonates with me because I'm taking care of my body. I believe in what I'm doing with my body, and I want to spread this with other people. I'm not just selling something just to sell something so I have money in my pocket. I want to talk about this so I can bring the awareness to people so they're aware of what opportunities there are for
them. 100%. And Melanie, you can explain the best story. You come from a hairdressing career. You built that. So explain to people, like, listen, she could totally go and just go back and do hairdressing anytime she wants. She has that power, and her decision of what she decided what was best for her in her life. She took that, and now she has it in her back pocket. If she really wanted to, she could be like, you know what? I'm just going to focus my life on my hairdressing career. Right. But she said no, because the money was there. No, Melanie, you have the money. You had the money coming in. You had the money. You didn't have the time, okay, and that's something you wanted to change. But you had the money. Yeah. You had the money there.
So basically, when I left Canada, I said, okay, I've been a hairdresser for about 6 years, but I felt this this feeling inside of me. Like, I like to do hair, but there's something else out there that I need to be spreading a bigger message with. And I like being a hairdresser, not just because, like, you know, I like to be creative and do hair and whatever, but I
Mm-hmm.
like connecting with people in my chair, helping them through. Because, you know what? Some people like to say it, hairstylists are like therapists. They come, they sit in your chair, they're talking to you about their lives, and I'm just giving them, you know, a way to feel better sometimes. But like,
Yeah.
I wanted to take that to another level. I was like, okay, I could do this in the salon, but I have a voice that needs to be heard. And what better way to do it through social media and actually help people in that sense? So I was like, you know what? When I first left Canada, I was like, okay, I want to, there's something inside me that I want to do. And it took a little bit for me to kind of find this, but I was just like, yeah, I want to find something that is, there's just something greater for me out there. I just felt it, and I was like, you know what? With time went on. Found Nicole on social media, and as soon as we had our conversation, I was like, this resonates with me. I feel like this is the way that I'm going to do it. And for like weeks, I was like looking for the answer for how I could spread my message better, or like have like a platform where I could spread my message. And
Yeah.
when it landed in my arms, I was like, the universe is giving me this opportunity right now. It's either I run with it and like learn and grow with this, or like, you know, like I could settle for, and nothing wrong with settling with where I was, but I just knew that there was so much more for me to experience in this life. So,
Yeah.
and you know what, like learning about the products and like learning about what it's doing for my body and going through the experience right now. Like it'll be a week
100%.
tomorrow, a week tomorrow. So I'm like the difference in my body, and I'm just like so excited to see what like week 2, week 3, and like for the rest of my life. I'm just excited to be able
Oh my
to. I was
gosh.
actually talking about this with my aunt today. I was talking about the product. I was like, you know what? With time, as time goes on, like, you know, times are different from what it used to be like back in the day. My mom was a young mom. She had 3 kids by 25, and she had more energy at 25 to have 3 kids. I am going to be 24 next month, and I'm like, I don't have kids, but I know that eventually maybe one day I'll have kids. But that's down the line, maybe 30 years old. And I want to take care of my body now, so then I know that when I get to that age of 30, 31, I have a little bit more that energy, or I know that I won't have the diseases from, you know, from what we're eating now. So I was like, you know what? I
Or
need to
the
take care
sore
of my body
back,
now,
like,
so then when I get to that
yeah,
point of like wanting a family and having the energy, I have it. And
Yeah.
that's about thinking about the future. Is like taking care of those little things now, so then I can, you know, relax a little bit when it comes to my time to be a mom, or I
well,
don't know, but yeah,
and I think you know what? I think it's your maybe social responsibility, or like your responsibility to take care of yourself, really. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can take care of yourself, or you don't have to. But whatever you decide to do, you're going to have to face the truth of it down the road. Like, if you don't take care of a headache, what happens? Turns into a migraine. So people really need to understand this is why we've kept the same narrative for so long, or people hurt people. Why? Because nobody's changed it. And here we are. And this is why, oh fuck. We are the ones that are changing this. And this is what's beautiful, is that we're changing this by accepting the new reality of we're going to heal. All of us. Through each other.
Mm-hmm.
Through conversations that us 3 are going to have, or individually, or whatever. We're doing this on a bigger scale, and now we're spreading the same message outward, so that the people that need to resonate, that need this in their life, their angels, their ancestors, whoever, however, energetically, we're coming in and we're aligning with them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why this opportunity is not for everybody. At the same time, you know, as much as we want people here, we want you here only as much as you want yourself to be here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because we're not forcing anybody. We're not selling. We're showing.
Mm-hmm.
We're showing light by being us. And
Yeah.
if, again, this is the thing. We know who we are, us 3, individually. It's up to people to start wanting to discover that, to
Mm-hmm.
discover who they are. Because when you go into life with curiosity in the sense of like, I know that there's more, but what is more? Or I know I could do more, but what can I do more? So many things. All right. That's why kids are so beautiful. An example. You see kids are so curious all the time because they want to learn. They want to know what they're doing. Right. And that's why there's like us, Melanie. I was a crazy kid. I was a crazy motherfucker.
Well, we don't need to know. We don't need to see that you are a crazy kid because I can already
But,
see it still to this day that you're crazy sometimes.
but you know, and
Proof in
that's
the
why
pudding right
that's
there.
yeah.
Moving on.
uh, but yeah, I'm moving on. But you know what? That's why I love being here. Is because I know that this is going to be the new gateway, and we're just going to help
Mhm.
people come on in. Because you know what? All three of us, and I know you specifically too, Nicole. We've been through that dark. We've been through. I've been at this point in my life where what I experienced, I don't want nobody else to experience. And we came into this with like giving that love so that nobody has to go through that.
Mm,
And we talked a
definitely.
little bit about it the other day, but now we're giving those tools that if you're still going to decide to do that, again, if you're still going to be that person and you're going to enjoy or you're going to go down that path, at least now
Mhm.
you have the tools because you know who you can reach out to. Like I know if I ever have an issue, I could totally reach out to you. I could totally reach out to Alice, Jared, and
Everyone.
I don't yeah anyone. Like it's
Anyone,
crazy,
honestly.
and it's such a beautiful thing
Yeah,
because
it
it's like
is.
I don't have to do this alone. Again,
No.
and it's for yourself, but not by yourself.
100%.
Zen
Yeah.
Master Drew, yes.
I love that. Yes, you are a Zen master.
Using
I don't
master.
Um,
know.
Yeah.
yes,
So,
you're
like, I would say, like, if this, like, if anyone is listening, like this, if you are ready for a shift in your life and you want to see, like, you just feel that little feeling inside of you that's saying, like, I want something different with my life. I want to do something that, like, is, stepping out of my comfort zone. When you step out of your
yeah,
comfort zone, beautiful things will come out of it. I guarantee
so many
you
beautiful
it.
things.
So
Oh my
many
God.
things will come out of it. Like coming to
I,
Portugal, that was like a huge, huge stepping out of my comfort zone thing. I was like, I'm leaving my career behind, my
yeah,
family, my
everything.
Your
friends. It was
language, you don't even speak. Like when you first went to Portugal, Melanie
yeah,
like
I didn't even know the
understood.
language that well. Like
Yes,
I
she didn't even
understood
know
the
it. Like I was
language
like, yeah,
and I could speak it, but I was just
Everything.
like shy. Like that was a big thing too, to come to like a foreign language, not a foreign language, but like just coming into something completely different.
It's
I
a
was
new
like, all right,
world.
well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I will learn in the process of it.
So
And
much.
and in the process of it, I've not only learned like the language better, I'm learning like about myself. I'm learning about what I like, what I dislike, and I'm just discovering a lot
hmm
out of it. And it's like, yeah, obviously going through those uncomfortable stages while I've been here, it's uncomfortable, right? But
Yeah, definitely.
you find the comfort as you go on, and you can
Mm-hmm.
look back at your journey and be like, whoa, I did that all by myself, and like I'm so proud of myself. And
For
yeah,
sure.
I think anyone who is willing to try to step out of their comfort zone and try something that they've never done. I've never done online marketing. I've never done an
Yep.
entrepreneurship. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try it anyways. I'll try it. If what worst comes to worst, I don't like it, then I could always try something different.
yes, joy.
Definitely. That's all about learning, the learning process, right?
Yeah.
Let me just go
I,
inside.
I'm excited to see how
Fucking
this
YouTube friends.
entrepreneurship will take on
Yeah, for
in the
sure.
new journey, and I'm just excited to see what I can do for myself.
Guys, look at this.
Um,
Hi.
Look. I am so beyond grateful that like, look at this. Look at that. Like, I would not survive if somebody told me to make whatever she's making. I'd be like, listen, fire me today.
cinnamon rolls. Mm,
Yeah, and it smells delicious.
nice.
Absolutely delicious. Homemade cinnamon rolls.
That smells. I can't smell it, but I can smell it in my imagination.
Listen, it's my cheat day, so I'm allowed to have a little bit of sugar.
Okay, my friends.
Yes. Yeah, if
Well,
anyone wants to reach out to any of us to leave the matrix and try something different with their lives and start taking care of yourself, start taking care of your body, start taking care of the world, reach out to any of us, because this is the way to get out of it. This is the way that you can take care of your mind, body, spirit, the world, change everything, like
yeah,
in a good way.
literally every aspect of your life.
Literally.
I feel
I'm so
like
excited for this.
after what Melanie just said, I feel like you, you and I, Nicole, should leave a message too. That was Melanie's version of her message. I will go next, so at least it gives you some time to like build it up. But I think if you're looking at this live or watching the replay of this live, understand this. Everything in life is scary when you stand still because there's so much commotion going in our lives. But where you find the light is when you trust in yourself, when you take that first step. You don't know how, but you take that first step. And with this opportunity, you don't have to do it alone. You have people that want to see you do well. And so I'm going to leave you with that. If you're ever looking for an opportunity to really grow, this is the opportunity calling. Because our hands are out and we want people on the same level to understand what we're understanding and what we're gaining from our truths. So always, from my end of the life, it's always peace and love from me.
Yeah, you guys summed that up so nice. So basically, if that resonates with anyone, if you are looking for a shift in your life, if you are feeling stagnant and you want to transform any aspect of your life, whether it be, the physical, the mental, the emotional, financial, anything, take a big jump, big shift in your life, then this is definitely for you. You're on this live for a reason, or if you're watching the recording,
We'll catch you.
Yeah. So we get to work with, like I said earlier, we get to handpick the people we want to work with. So I'm attracting like-minded individuals into the tribe that want this just as much as I do, that we do. That's what I'm declaring to the universe right now. And so for me, I know I needed this shift in my life. I needed fulfillment. I needed a rewarding feeling of helping people, helping myself, my future, my health, my wealth, everything all in one. It's like, it just covers all the bases. You wrap up wealth, health, personal development, personal growth, financial abundance, time and location freedom all in one. It covers everything. So if that's something that you are interested in, then definitely reach out to any one of us, because that's what we're doing. That's the life we're living. So I'll leave it at that.
Yes, beautiful.
That was
Love
beautiful.
that. You guys are beautiful souls. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Always love connecting with you guys.
Likewise.
Always love connecting with you guys.
Yes.
All the time. That's what it's all
And
about. We have a really beautiful community.
we definitely, listen, we're going to share this video because I guarantee you the aftermath of this video it's going to be what we're looking for. Exactly.
Yes.
The people are going to be like, oh my God, I found this video and it's changed my life. I got to get in contact with these people. It's going to happen, guys.
Yeah. Maybe that. Maybe something else.
Maybe in that tone of voice. Maybe a different tone of voice.
Yeah, but
I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. It's what, 3:45 there? It's gonna be 8 p.m. here, so I'm gonna get going with my day or my night. But you guys have a blessed day, and anyone who's watching this, I hope you guys have an amazing day as well.
Yeah, and watch the replay.
I will post the replay on my wall so you guys can catch that. This is a lifestyle of happiness, is what I call it.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Love that.
All right, guys.
Bye, everyone.
See ya.